Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown has had its first proper update. Well, actually many hours ago, because it happened this morning at time of recording, and then they decided to close the game for maintenance for the rest of the day. Anyway, it's now working, hopefully again, and since last time I have reached level 20, so there's some more bits we can be getting on with. Reaching level 20 unlocked me 14 new race events to participate in. The only problem appears to be that most of these races are open to daily drivers and Grand Tourers, but of quite a high performance rating, none of which of the cars I have kind of meet. So really I'd like to be able to get a Bentley Continental in order to do this, partly because it's all-wheel drive, so it's pretty good. I know the Taycan's better, but Bentley. Reaching level 20 also gives me access to this, the Junior Suite, which is slightly larger but not really noticeably. It also has a slightly different view. It's out over this side, kind of looking over some of the parkland and sea over there. And yeah, there's generally just a little bit more space in here. Oh my god, they have actually fixed it. I know they said there were over 300 bug fixes, but it's remembered that I've driven to this dealership and this dealership, and all of the points of interest in this area, and the off-road dealership. It's remembered all of my points of interest that it kept forgetting. So, at least one thing has been fixed. So it turns out at the moment I'm a little bit too early to be playing this after the maintenance hasn't quite finished, so I can play the game, but I can't actually set up any races yet. But I do have a clan reward from the series that's just finished. So let's go to the HQ and see exactly what this entails. I guess we go to the yellow thing over here and speak to Mr. Person that we spoke to get into a clan.
The streets were given a perfect demonstration of what it is to be a shark. Well done.
Yes, we won, yes. 50,000, not too bad. I've also just earned a little bit of money from doing some frim up and down the tunnel, so... game.
Just like that, you want to leave us already?
No.
Well, if you're sure...
No, I don't want to leave. Oh, there was lots of 50,000.
In case you have a change of heart.
No, cancel, I don't want to do that. No. Because I was spamming buttons, but yes, there was lots of 50,000 credits. So I actually very nearly have enough for that Bentley that... Yeah, the maintenance hasn't quite finished yet. It's telling me today that I have even more rewards, apparently. Ah, so that was another 50,000, so we now have 980,000 credit Hong Kong dollar credits. And just like that, after a couple more runs up and down the long tunnel, dodging in and out of traffic, and earning money from frim, I now have just over 1 million. So I can buy the Bentley. I've checked specs, and they come in at just over 1 million by the time you've fiddled about with colours and options. There's kind of two ways I'm thinking of speccing this. Either with sort of one of these kind of colours with the black trim, maybe the red, with the cricket and linen ball interior, cricket and linen and cricket ball even, and the Mulliner blackline wheels. That's kind of one way I wanted to do it, but I couldn't help but notice there's a purple, in which case I probably need the purple interior and some lighter wheels. I think I've got to stay on brand and go with that, really, haven't I? And there we go, that's my first properly expensive car that I actually wanted to buy, bought, because all the cars I did previously I bought for specific race events, which is kind of what I've done with this as well, but it is a car that I have wanted since starting the game, so... And this should be second best after the Taycan, so... hopefully it does reasonably well. I've not got any money to upgrade it yet, so we're going to have to hope that it manages some of these races as is. So here we are at the first event, Night Shift, which is a time trial. I did just notice, though, that the Bentley is only 570 rated out of the, I think, 750 were allowed for this event, which, interestingly, is lower than the SLS that was my kind of other option for this. This, though, is all-wheel drive, so it should have an advantage from that, but it's going to potentially need some upgrades before it's properly competitive. We'll see how we get on, though. These time trials are usually relatively easy. I'm loving this location there. These little narrow roads through this sort of... Oh. The all-wheel drive traction out of some of these tight corners, though, is going to give me quite an advantage here, but this is an absolutely huge car to be. What, the curb? Yeah, that was easy. So, this next race is a clan race, maximum performance allowed 600, so at 570 I'm actually pretty close to the top of what's allowed. And as usual, there are no players in the online-only game. Races that are always online and should always contain players. So, yeah. I have kind of seen that from the comments that some people aren't particularly fond of this game. There are often people that haven't played it, I think, but yeah, I can see that it does have many flaws, this game. It's, yeah. It is very broken, mostly kind of highlighted by the fact that it's online only, so that when the servers are down, you can't play it at all, but yeah, I can see people aren't happy with graphics and all sorts of other things as well. Personally, I don't think they're too bad, but yeah, it is still a very broken game, I do agree. But so far I am still enjoying it, and I would quite like to reach level 60, so for the time being I'm going to keep playing it, at least until I get to that point and have some nice cars. And just like that, we've won this race as well. So I'm starting to earn my credits back. I have nearly... well, I have 50,000 of my million. So, this is a more ordinary race. It's a sprint race, but maximum performance allowed is 750, so I may struggle a little bit in the Bentley. Oh, well, they're struggling more. Oh, everyone's letting me through. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Somebody's just fallen off the side of the cliff. No idea where second and first have got to, but I would take third. I would be pretty happy with that, given how underpowered this is. No, DB11, go away. No, not on the final corner. Yes, come on, I'm going to hold on to third. Just. This one had a minimum requirement of 600, so we're back in the SLS. And we're also into the lead straight away. Oh, we're going off-road. Oh, no. I was expecting one of the all-wheel drive cars to come up behind me and overtake, but no, it's the 300 SL. It's old versus new Gullwings. Old versus new Gullwing Rally Cross Championship. And the new car is back in the lead. I tell you what, a rear-wheel drive GT car and gravel, this is actually quite a lot of fun. But I am still very pleased to find myself back on tarmac. And there we go. So I have now completed most of the events, time trials, races and stuff that were unlocked at level 25, including some off-road ones. One was rather irritating, called Into the Wild. I had to retry several times, managed to roll the Range Rover again, and found that at the beginning of the race there was no audio. There were also a couple in the Bentley that I lost quite badly, so I'm not sure that car was the best choice. I do now, though, have 415,000 credits back in my bank balance, which is almost half of what I had before I went and bought the Bentley. Anyway, there are a few more events I need to do. For example, there's this one down here, which is currently a ranked race, so I've kind of avoided it because they take hours to find enough players to load up. There's one down here that requires a BMW M4, which is twice, costs twice what I have. And there is one clan race up here that I need to go and complete now. And I think once I've done that, I've participated in all of the new events that I can, apart from the ranked one and the BMW one. I have just found that there is also one more event right up here at the top of the map that's for daily drivers between 550 and 600, of which I don't have one of. And fro. Which is probably going to be the final race of today's video then, given I need to make some adjustments and buy new cars for the other ones that are available. We are back in the Bentley, and it's raining, so the all-wheel drive will be an advantage here. But yeah, good to finish up back in the Bentley. Let's hope we have a bit more luck with this one than some of the others. Get out of the way, AI that have had problems. There you go. Yeah, they don't like this junction, do they? Taycan's found a taxi. One slight concern I have now is people are complaining about how grindy this game gets once you get to some of the higher levels. And I hadn't really reached that point yet, but I've nearly finished all of the races that I unlocked at level 25. There aren't any new ones, and I've only reached level 27. So I've got a little way to go to level 30 before I unlock anything else. Which means I've kind of run out of stuff that I can do. I can go back to more exploration stuff. Anyway, that's a win to finish with, which is always nice, and hopefully... Are we quite going to have 500,000, maybe? The race that was a ranked race is no longer a ranked race, so I thought I might as well do that as well to finish off today's video. We are straight into the lead, so hopefully this will be... What are you doing, Nissan? I've just lapped somebody. I think he's still there. No, somebody else has had an accident. Anyway. What is that E-Type doing? And that probably is going to be all for today's video. I do still only have like 440,000 credits, so less than half of what I started with before I bought the Bentley, but I do now own a Bentley, and, well, I'm rather liking my growing collection of cars. We've kind of got something for all purposes in here. So yes, although this game is very broken and has a lot of flaws, I am still kind of enjoying it. But yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to manage to level up going forward from here. So we'll see how we get on. But for today's video here on Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, continuing with some of the race events now that the first update has released, that is going to be all. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next one very soon.